Hey there, welcome back to another exciting episode. Today we got a great Uniview installation going in. We got some of their new cameras like their Tri-Guard 2.0 180s. We got some Alviews, which are color hunter technology inside, so we can get pretty much full color at nighttime, which is a really important thing now instead of the old black and white like we used to get. But I'm really excited about our Tri-Guards because we do get our little red and blue warning light with a siren, as well as a warm light and an IR LED behind it. So this is gonna be really cool. We actually have them posed on both sides of this building here, so we can capture the entire right and left side with a singular camera. And then we actually have two Alview cameras here that are gonna give us our full color at night, left and right side of the parking lot here. And I also got a PTZ that's already up on the other side that we're gonna be adopting into the system. So let's get started. We're first gonna put up our two Alviews. I'll get some connections crimped and let's get these up. So we actually ran our lines the other day without the camera, but we ran two lines, one line to each side of the building and two lines right here. So we have our crossing cameras here, our 180s on the side, and then we had to take over an existing camera that used to be tied in upstairs, and we brought the wire back down and over to a recorder in the office. This is just a 6-channel, 6-camera system. We also have one camera going inside there so we can see the lobby, and that's it. We ran, I think, both Cat 5e and Cat 6. It's what we had. So Cat 6 here and then Cat 5e to both ends, which is fine. And we're just following the T568B standard here for our wiring, and we'll get everything mounted and unboxed and up and running. All right, so we're gonna install both of our camera base plates now, and I always use outdoor rated screws so that they don't rust, and actually all the condensate inside will not rust down and turn the white camera rusty orange. And we don't need any washers or anchors since this is a wood ceiling. We're getting good solid contact. There. With both of our bases. I always make sure that I use my waterproof compression glands. Inside, outside, doesn't matter where the cable is. Every camera comes with one. Every camera should have one on it. They're actually pretty simple. They're just 4 pieces, so there's no reason not to use them. You just slip your back cap on here. You slip your front cap on. It actually follows the way that the Ethernet cable is, so you don't have to put these on before you crimp it. And then we stick on our compression gland at the end, which is our silicone piece here. And then this little ring right here goes on the end of your camera. Then we can actually take our first camera. And what's neat about these is they do have a micro SD card slot in here and a reset button. Take our camera here. I always like to make sure that our front's clean. Sometimes the crimper leaves a little piece of plastic that you don't see. Slide in our compression boot here, and then we just bring this piece down, screw it on nice and tight, and that makes this a fully waterproof connection. We can send this back up into the ceiling. You can see we're actually going to crisscross these cameras here. This camera is actually going to face fully that way, and then this other camera is going to crisscross it and face that way. You can see here, that's our Alview nightlight. So since these are new, I actually haven't seen them in action yet, so I'm really excited to see how they look at night. But beautiful style camera. I was always a huge turret fan when installing cameras. Much easier to clean. They don't get cobwebs inside of them like our dome style cameras. So first two are up. Now we're going to do both of our side cameras now. So this is actually my first time installing one of these. We've always done the older ones that have a really big head on them, and now we're installing one of these styles. So hopefully this gives us a full, clear, like I said, it's a 4K camera, so the image should just be outstanding. Good and secure. Let's go ahead and crimp this cable. I always like to leave some cable back up here. It's not going to hurt anybody, but if we did ever have to move the camera, we don't have to run a new wire or make a splice. There's a horrific amount of traffic actually passing us right now. We have the wind combating us, but it's our first nice day in like 4 weeks, so it's a good day to work outside. We got a couple other really cool projects coming up to show you. We got an addition onto one of our large camera systems. We got a parking lot intercom system. It's another good one, and we'll just keep the content rolling to you. This thing also does have a siren, which I find really neat. Uniview's features have really been going up, and they're releasing a lot of different types of cameras now and multi-sensors, and we really have sold a lot of them over time, averaging about 900 to 1,000 a year of Uniview. And I mean, our callbacks are very far and few between. For some of our larger installations that are more complex, we have more tuning and different things to do with them. But other than that, I mean, Uniview has really been fantastic, and really excited to see what else they're going to be coming out with. And then these cameras do come with audio ins, and they also come with alarm outs. So if you did want to program a response to a light or a beacon or a third-party auxiliary, you could do that with this if it senses a person or motion or anything you really set it to. And the audio is nice. If you did have to attach another microphone to it, you have the option to do so. But it also makes it more complicated when you're trying to fit these in a box or in a ceiling like we're doing here. I will mention these cameras are not small. I think that's great because they carry a really nice presence to them. They're not like one of our active deterrence PTZs. They're, I think, much better looking. And that also has an SD card slot too if you did want to do local recording. That's good if you have a jewelry store or another critical location where if the NVR was taken and there isn't a cloud backup, you could actually go right back to the camera. I hate when I have 1,000 things in my pocket. You just can't find anything. So this project that we're on today, it was a request from the owner to really beef up the security presence. It's a multi-use building, so we have 4 apartments here and 3 offices. So we just want to make sure that all the tenants have a safe place. We can see the cars, and especially for snow management, when there is snow here, when plows need to be dispatched to actually clear the lot. So there's a lot of benefits when a rental property or a multi-use property like this actually puts cameras in. I think it really benefits everybody in the building, and especially from a safety aspect. There's a PTZ on the corner that was originally put here that we're actually taking over and putting into this system, and then we actually have a camera inside of our lobby. So it's a really low camera count because we got cameras that do so much now instead of just having so many cameras. Luckily, since there's construction going on here, pretty easy on getting wires to where we needed to be, so that was a good thing. It's really good to have cameras, especially when there's tenants or other people or guests coming, that if there is a slip and fall or there's an incident, it is on camera and it is documented, and that works well for both parties. The only horrible task that we have to do today is go in the crawl space and pull a wire to the internet modem. Let's put our waterproof gland connection on. Like I said, even if they're inside of a encased ceiling that will probably never have any water in it, we want to make sure that no moisture gets inside our connector, because at the end of the day we are using copper, which can corrode over time if there is moisture anywhere near it. Stick on our connections again. We have our compression and then our waterproof ring that goes on our connector here. Plug this in. Stick our connection up. So it is a little bit bulkier of a connection. We always drill either a 7/8 hole or a 1-inch hole so that it just goes right up there smoothly. And also for the other connections that are gonna have to follow that up, like some of these bigger ones here. Pop our cover on, pretty much where our cover is gonna go. And then we'll position this camera. And we'll have to do this when it's on the phone so we can actually see what we're doing. But for right now, this should be perfect. Okay. There's There's another one. Like I said, this is a 8 megapixel camera. So we have 2 lenses on here that stitches together to create a 180-degree angle. We have our IR LEDs, our bright white LEDs, and also our red and blue siren. All right, let's go install the one inside. So we have our lobby camera that's gonna go right here in this corner. Now we can go install our NVR, and we're also going to mount a 32-inch TV on the wall so that it's viewed from an office area. So the display that we got is actually really, really small, and it's a VESA mount, so these are VESA compatible. It's just the TV's height. I don't really want to see these over top of the TV, so we're just going to actually modify these brackets. Nothing a little portaband won't fix. Nothing in this job ever fits the way it's supposed to actually fit. I don't know how he got in here. I have no idea how he actually got in this. Did he go around? He couldn't have went under, did he? How'd you get in here? I have a wire coming down through the floor. It needs to go right over where that black wire is. I don't know how you got in, or I would try to get in.
Okay. Ew. So spicy. Yeah. So good.
See the wire? Can you drag it over and you see where the el negro es por la ventana? Just pull it over and push it through the hole. See, la ventana es un cable blanco, es largo, ¿correcto? See where my light is? Luz. El blanco en el otro lado. See, mi luz está aquí y allí. Yeah, la ventana allí. No, wifi, el cable blanco aquí, necesito allí.
Oh, why did you get?
Sí, es un cortador, necesito el internet, necesito wifi. I'll go. There you go. Right next to it. Perfecto. Perfecto. Gracias, Wi-Fi. That's it. I didn't know how you got in there. It's okay. Wi-Fi is a professional Wi-Fi guy.
Oh shit. Oh shit, man.
Do you want the ladder closer? Okay, there you are. You're on it.
Got it.
Oh, su chaqueta.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Woo! It's much bigger for you. And very spicy.
For me?
Yeah.
No.
Ah.
Yo no puedo ir. Gracias.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's
Thank
it.
you. That's it.
Shit, man. Yeah.
Well, there you have it, guys. This was a quick 6-camera installation. We used all of the newest cameras from Uniview, like our Alview, our TriGuard 2.0 180-degree cameras. And you can actually see behind us that these are Alviews here. We have our 180s right here and right here. It's a full-size image, which is really wonderful compared to the original 4-megapixel versions. There's actually a really tight line, and especially looking at video was really complicated. So we did finish this up with a 6-terabyte hard drive. We have an 8-channel recorder here, so we do have space for 2 more channels if the customer does want it. But so far, so good. It's a beautiful installation and another one in the books for us. So thank you guys for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and leave your comments below and tell us what you're using for your security cameras.